Recently I did a review of the Viltrox DCX3. It's a fantastic camera monitor and I've used it for a bit and I really love this monitor right here. But recently I came across the Viltrox DCL2. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is to look at the major differences between both monitors. Now, one of the first notable differences between the X3 and the L2 is the size. The L2 is bigger. It has 7 inches while the X3 is actually 6 inches. Now, in terms of the body, they practically look the same except for a few changes. Now, if you have a look at, this is the L2 and this is the X3, you'll notice they all have the same thing except for just maybe a few adjustments here and there. Now on the L2, you notice you still have 1, 2, 3, 4 shortcuts. Same thing on the X3. In terms of the going back button, the back button for the X3 is orange while this is black. The power button for the X3, you have to hold on to for a few seconds, while the one for the L2, you have to actually push it towards the left-hand side. If you turn it upside down, it's the same thing. They both have a slot where you can actually screw them to a tripod. Now, if you turn it upside down, you find the first major difference. On the X3, you see you have that a DC input. I have a Type-C input. You also have the USB-C slot. Whilst on the L2, the only thing you have is the USB slot. Now, if you turn it one more time to the other side, you find another major difference. On the X3, you realize that you have just the HDMI in and the HDMI out, whilst on the L2, you have the HDMI in, the HDMI out. Now you have the DC in and the Type-C in. Also, you also have the headphone jack. So I think they just decided to swap both. Why? I really do not have any clue why they did that. Now, if you turn it to the back, it's basically the same thing on both of them. They both have an SDI in and SDI out input and a slot for a battery. So that's basically what the features look like physically on the body of the monitors. When you have a look at both screens, initially they may look like they're the same, but if you stare at them a little bit more, you notice that there's a major difference in how they both look. The X3 tends to look flat, exactly what I'm shooting, whilst the L2 tends to have a greenish tint. Why? I have no clue why it's that way. And for me, I think that's like a major setback. Why? Most times, if I want a cinematic look, I'll use a 3D LUT. But most times when I'm shooting flat, I want to be able to see exactly what I'm seeing, to be sure that what I'm shooting is what I am seeing. And with the L2, I don't know, for some weird reason, it just doesn't give me exactly what I'm seeing. In terms of menus, they're both actually the same. If you look at it from the top, they both have the volume bar, histogram, vectorscope, RGB parade, full waveform, and 3D LUT. If you look at the next option, peaking, the peaking settings are the same. Same thing for the next option. They are all the same. Next thing for the brightness, contrast, hue, sharpness, backlight, color temperature. Everything seems like they're all the same, but the reason why the screens look funny is what I don't understand. Even the last setting is the same. The input channel, language, volume, OSD, F key, and system. The only difference with the X3 is because the screen is so big enough, you may have to just push towards the left or to the right to see the remaining menus. Besides that, that's basically it. They both give you room to input your 3D LUT. The settings are exactly the same, except for the fact that one is bigger, one is smaller. Now, I would have thought that the L2 having a bigger screen will give me exactly what I'm seeing on my camera, but for some weird reason, I don't understand why the screen of the L2 just has a greenish tint to it. Now, obviously, I know this is not going to affect when I'm recording, but if it's affecting what I'm seeing, it's going to mess up my mind while I'm recording. I would rather just have it flat, show me exactly what I'm shooting, and I'm good to go. And besides that, I think that's just the major difference between both. Now, which would I go for? I would naturally go for the X3. Why? It's smaller, but it's flatter. It gives me the exact color of what it is that I'm shooting. Whilst the L2 tends to want to color what I'm recording. I guess it's left to you which one you want to go for. I want to, if I'm shooting white, I want to see white. I don't want to see green. I don't want to see blue. Because if you're not careful, after a while, you may want to be messing with your camera settings, thinking that your color balance is off or your Kelvin is wrong, while it's just the screen. And that's the major difference between both of them that I know of. If you guys come across any other differences, please let me know in the comment section. And I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao.